Good evening, this is Justin from the RC and Coffee Facebook page and YouTube channel. This is a video dedicated to Mr. Ron Helman. We are going over the Lesu Mercedes 8x8, Overland 6x6, Overland 4x4 from RC4WD or JD models, the HD802 and the HG602, that's a mouthful. And in this specific segment, we'll focus on the Overland 6x6 and the Lesu 8x8. So without further ado, let's have a look at the exterior. And just to give you a bit of context, both trucks, so the Lesu and the RC4WD drive, come ready to run. Tons of metal bits, tons of details. One big difference though, the Lesu is a hydraulic model, a hydraulic dump truck, whereas the RC4WD drive does not have such mechanism. It's not exactly a flat bed, but it's a fixed bed that does not move, and that explains the fact that it's 2.5 times cheaper in dollars of today, based on what I've seen, than the Lesu right now. So let's have a quick look at the exterior, and we'll have a look at the chassis later on, because that's where the big difference is between those two trucks. All right, so here's the 6x6. As you can tell, there are tons of details. As a matter of fact, I will show you the 6x6 because it has the bumper, it has the little grills for the lights, the Mercedes emblem, which you can buy on the RC4WD drive website, although this one was 3D printed. But a big difference between those two trucks, and it goes in favor of the RC4WD drive actually, is the interior. The quality of the interior is fantastic. And if you check Gerry's old guide review channel, you'll see that he painted his and it looks absolutely amazing. As a matter of fact, he has a forward section right here where the cup holders are, and it looks fantastic. But if you have a look, take a look at the outside. So so the bed, that's all metal, metal. There's about I'd say close to $200 of accessories in this truck right here that you see, and the quality is amazing. I don't know if it really the picture is able to convey that, but it's really something. This is the JD model with the highest level of details that I've seen. It's on a completely different level, in my opinion, than the Armageddon. Let's have a look at the Lesu right now. So it lost its head. It's right here. I put it there because it's a bit finicky it's a bit difficult to put on and remove. And as you can see, it's in the process of being built. So it's a more simple cab. So to say that there's fewer details, well, yes, there's fewer details because it's a model that is more simple than the Mercedes Zetros that the Overland here is representing, really. So here goes. But the big difference, and that to me is a huge disappointment, that's your interior. There's absolutely no room whatsoever for an interior, and to me, that's something that well, I wouldn't call it an oversight, because there's really no room. But so I'll just move this to the side. But I mean, it's something that I do appreciate. The rest of the truck, though, plenty of details, all metal. And as we will see later on, the suspension system is really, really scale. The fact that they were able to fit that with their level of details and intricacies, it's quite something. Interesting. The hydraulic tank is larger than the hydraulic tank of the Overland, even though the Overland is actually has a real hydraulic tank, which can actually be used. In terms of length, we're talking about 25 inches, give or take, slightly less than that, with, I think, what was that again? 28? 28.8 for the Overland, 28.8 of length. The lowest point of the Overland, which is here, is 1 inch and 1/8. The lowest point of the Lesu is, sorry, 2 inches and 1/8. My bad. 1 inch and 1/8. So 1 whole inch lower to the ground with tires that are um, 3 inches and 1/8 compared to almost 4 inches in wheels and tires for the Overland here. So it's a truck that rides a lot lower, but that's has, you know, other tricks up its sleeves, as I will show you in the next video. I'll have to flip the trucks over.